Hi everybody, I'm Kim Siciliano, the CEO at YWCA Northeastern New York. I want to welcome you to the YW. We are here at 44 Washington Avenue in Schenectady in the gorgeous Stockade. And I'm going to share some information with you today about what we do at the YW, what our building is all about, what our staff is all about, and how much we feel that we're part of the community. I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. Jim Salango and DSIC and the team over there for coordinating this, Show Me Schenectady. It's a wonderful opportunity for nonprofits and businesses to really share what they are doing now more than ever, to be a part of Schenectady and continue our tradition here as supporting the community however we can. So I'm going to start off today with a book, and this is called Girls Hold Up This World by Jada Pinkett Smith, and this was given to me by one of our residents here, so I wanted to share it because I think it's a fabulous book for young ladies and little girls and women of the world to know that we make a huge difference. So let's start, okay? Here we go. We girls hold up this world with a strength that's all our own. We'll see the different ways one day when we are grown. When we show our softer side, that doesn't mean we're weak. We're made up of many emotions that make us all unique. Be proud to be a girl. Know what it means to you. Be who you want to be. Don't doubt the things that you do. We girls hold up this world as we build our self-esteem. We know that discipline will turn a princess into a queen. Kindness takes hard work. This is a lifelong lesson. Give from your heart, and each day will be a blessing. We are sisters of this earth, members of one powerful tribe. Every color, age, and size, we're united by beauty inside. We are a new generation of girls. We will make this world better. We girls hold up this world, standing united, standing together. So I think that's a fabulous book to start off this Easter Passover weekend, and to really signify that even though we are in the current times we're in, there are blessings to be found everywhere you turn, as long as you can take a moment to find those blessings. So we're going to move on now, because I'm going to take you on a tour that's going to really talk about our mission and our history, or herstory as we like to call it, and then wrap up with a poem. And we're really going to get into some of the programming, so we're going to just have some fun. So Carrie's here with me. She's behind the camera, so I want to thank Carrie Wolf-Piota for being my camera woman, and we're going to head on down the hallway. So here we go. Let's go. So the YW's been here since 1888 in the Schenectady community, and we've been located in a number of different buildings, but here at our main building at 44 Washington Ave, we have been here for 90 years. In fact, our building turns 90 in 2020. Carrie, yes, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So 90 years, and this building was built by a group of courageous women who raised $1 million during the Depression to make sure that women in this community had a place to go for their families. And so they got together, they did a campaign, a capital campaign in 1929, and raised $1 million. So what you're going to see is this lovely building that literally is 90 years old and has been in existence as a YW since 1930. 31 when it opened, to support women in the community to be able to find safe places to live and work. At that time, women could not rent their own apartment. They needed somebody else to sign for them, but they could come here and get a room and call it their home while they were working in the area. Many women worked at Alco, worked at GE, and so this was a great place for women to come and live. So as we walk the hallway, you're going to see a lot of our awardees from our previous Women of Achievement Awards, as well as it used to be called Women of
Vision.
Women of Vision, and you'll see along the walls a list of our board of directors who are always so supportive in guiding the agency. And as we come down the hall, we're going to run into Jamie, who is fabulous. She's at the front desk right now, but Jamie's one of our ELC teachers. And she is doing double duty by being here and supporting us at the front desk. So she wants to give a shout out to her students.
I miss you all, I love you all, and hopefully we'll be open again soon for all of you.
Aww. So Jamie's just one of the fabulous employees that works here at the YW, as well as works in our Early Learning Center. And that serves about 100 kids a day. Right now we're closed because of the virus, but we are finding creative ways to support our ELC teachers and giving them a taste of something new and different at the YW. And they have jumped in, you know, hook, line, and sinker, and just been dedicated as much as if they were downstairs working with the kids. So I want to give a shout out to our ELC teachers. So as we come down the hallway, I want to share with you our mission. So this is our lobby, and this is when somebody comes in for services. This is really where they're entering the building to find support, guidance, help, and education around what the YW does. So, you know, take a look around. It's really a gorgeous, gorgeous setting. But our mission, YWCA, is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. And so that's really what we work to do every day here at the YW. And this is a universal mission for YWCA USA. So we are part of a larger group, over 220 YWs in the United States, and a world YWCA with YWs all over the world that all are passionate about this mission and supporting it and guiding us in the work that we do. So we're going to come this way down the hallway where we have this wonderful opportunity to see the YW's herstory, as we like to call it. So in our inception, we were called the Young Women's Christian Association of Schenectady, organized in 1888, so 130 1 years, two years old. And here are the names of the women who I spoke about earlier, who really had a huge role in creating the YW and bringing it through history. So we were incorporated in 1892, and here you can see one of the very early brandings that we had as YW women. So let Carrie finish showing you that. And then really here in 1888 to 1928, it's kind of our beginnings. You can see a number of the buildings we were located in and some of the program service areas that we really focused on. Women's right to vote, concerts and book reviews and religious services, and really making sure that we had a place for women to go. Some of you may recognize these. Actually, you can see this is the bridge going across to Scotia. So we were right here on the corner at one point. This is actually a picture, I think, of one of our rooms here, maybe in one of our other locations. We're not sure. But really lovely settings for women to come and feel like they can be at home, be comfortable, and find a place where they belonged. As we moved along from 1929 to 1938, we felt we needed our own place. We didn't want to be hopping from place to place, and so here are these fabulous women who raised $1 million and laid our cornerstone in 1930 so that we could have housing for single women. We had a fitness program, a pool, tennis courts in the back, dances and socials, a gorgeous rose garden, and we actually ran a day camp at that time. And so really, you know, incredible women who saw a vision and then put that vision into reality. Then from 1939 to 1968, we saw a lot of women coming to work here for GE and Alcohol, as I already originally spoke about. And we had clubs, 32 different clubs that we sponsored, and we had dancers and mixers and hops and socials. We did arts and crafts and self-defense, and here they're doing archery, which I always loved at summer camp. That you could really see that we were really kind of tuning into what women and girls needed. And then in the 40s, we began tolerance talks, really talking about racial issues and bringing into context the idea of that we needed to promote working with all of our sisters of all races and backgrounds to support women moving forward in the world. And then we started to do dialogues in action, which is very, forward thinking of doing sex education classes and women's talks, really bringing women in to talk about those deeper issues. In 1969 to 1988, we adopted our one imperative, which was to eliminate racism by any means necessary. And our DV program started in '76, which just took off from there. 40 plus years since that date, we are still going strong with many, many community partnerships where we are out there in the community supporting victims and survivors as they make their way through creating a new life for themselves. And then, as I spoke earlier about our Women of Vision and today's Women Awards that are now today's Women of Achievement Awards, with over 300 women inducted into the hall. And so we are very, very proud of that. And we have 2 wonderful early learning centers. At one point we had 4, but now we have 2. One is here at our main site, which serves about 50 children, and the other early learning program is at Schenectady, SUNY Schenectady, where, and both programs were rated #1 by the Daily Gazette for the past 2 years as the best early learning in the community. So we are really proud of that. They are NAEYC accredited, as well as Quality Stars rating of 5 out of 5, and really just exceptional early learning programs with amazing staff. And moving on, again, here's some of our past and present board members. We're so proud of the work that our board does. Their support helps us do the work that we do, continue on our mission-driven path, and really keeping us passionate about serving the community. Here's, a lot of people think our big main building is our only building, but we also own the Mary Hill House and Navies House. So Navies House we do counseling in, and Mary Hill House we have 13 residents who live there. And we make sure that we're supporting our residents so that they can live, work, and learn within the Schenectady community. About 70% of our residents are employed or going to school. And so we really support and cheer them on as they come into our program so that we can, support what they want out of their life. So our DV services, we have a task force that we run, and we do that in conjunction with the Schenectady Police Department and probation office, as well as the Sheriff's Department, as well as the DA's office, so that we're all working together to support each other in the community. And October is our big month when we do our DV Awareness Month, and we have a Take Back the Night March, and we really try to bring people awareness around how to support someone who's going through a domestic violence situation, and where to send them, and who they can call, and where they can get guidance from us, as we have many counselors, as well as advocates, as well as food assistance, as well as economic empowerment. We changed our name. We're YWCA of Schenectady. We actually now consider ourselves YWCA Northeastern New York, because we feel like we are not just working with clients from Schenectady, but also serve the greater capital district. And so really working towards our future, we right now have quite a large capital campaign underway in regards to a project that we're trying to put another building behind our building to support additional housing services to expand our early learning program, and to actually expand our services to clients. This is my little boy, Nevin. He's 10 now, but he used to go to the Early Learning Center, and this is one of my most favorite pictures of him. So I'm doing a little shameless plug for myself. So yeah, I think our future is very bright. Our team here at the YW is 78 staff strong, and we really work to provide the services that our community needs. Right now, our 3 pillar services are housing, domestic violence, and early learning. And those 77 staff really show the passion for the work that they do every single day. You can't do this kind of work and just be here for a paycheck. Each and every one of those staff members can tell you a story that has changed their lives. So over here on this side of the wall, we have some information about our domestic violence program. 40 years from 76 to 2016, you can see. So actually we're in the 44th year of doing DV services, and how it evolved from us doing this kind of grassroots movement, underground, helping women get to safety, and now we've evolved to a place where we are absolutely working with our community partners, providing, you know, expert advice, being asked to be on panels and support the greater capital region, and even outside of New York, where we've actually been asked to be at conferences to talk about the different types of programming we offer, from working with Child Protective Services to go out on hotline calls to our high-risk team, where we actually look at cases that could be deemed as, you know, life-threatening, and really working with the police department and all of the other judicial agencies to make sure we're keeping our clients safe and we're holding perpetrators accountable. So, and our shelter itself, it's a shelter with 20 beds. There is rarely a time when we are not full, serving over 500 clients a year, and that's men, women, and children who are coming to us for domestic violence services. And in our advocacy and counseling departments, we're serving over 3,000 people a year with those services, and expanding every day. We have recently received a grant to support children and families who are going through domestic violence situations, and also another grant to support families who have been rehoused in an apartment and keeping them stably housed after going through a domestic violence situation. And so we're really proud of the expansion of our DV program, because it really, unfortunately, the need doesn't go away. It is always there. And we know from our history of working with clients in Schenectady County that many times it is something that you may see that goes from mom to grandma to granddaughter, and that we're always working with those clients to really support how they feel they can maintain their safety. So, I think it's important that the DV program is one of our cornerstone programs, and at one point I used to oversee the DV program. I've been here 19 years, and about 5 of those years I spent overseeing domestic violence and housing. And so it's very near and dear to my heart. So moving on, we need to talk about housing. So we have on this main campus, this is really cool though, so let's show them this because everybody loves this. This is an old phone booth and everybody loves checking it out. We don't have a phone in there anymore, but it just shows the history of the building, that you can come in here and make a call. The light turns on when you close the door. It's pretty awesome. Our housing program has been in existence since we opened. And so we have 42 women in the main building, and we have 13 women living next door, and we have 24 women out in single room apartments. And we have about 5 staff who oversee that program. So the staff are, again, pretty amazing because they're constantly checking in with clients, making sure they're doing well. They're here for counseling services, also basic needs such as clothing and food and personal care items. And we've even expanded that currently. I know I spoke about our DV program and that our staff, I didn't mention this, are usually at the police department, family court, child protective services, and here at the main building. Right now those staff are teleworking, so they're working from home, but our services are all still being offered and open and available, and it's all over our Facebook page and on our website how to get in contact with someone if you feel you or someone you know needs domestic violence services. Our housing program, we've expanded that since we've kind of come up against this challenge of COVID-19 by offering meals. And every day we are creating delicious meals for our residents that they sign up for, and we also are delivering meals out into the community to our Rose's House residents that are out in the apartments. And so they're getting a hot meal a day, and also we're doing deliveries if they need a prescription or if they're in need of those essential grocery items. We have staff, again, early learning staff, who have stepped up, who are chipping in and going out and doing these deliveries and supporting our residents out in the community. So our housing program really allows women to come in. It's single women, have to be 18 to live here, and we give them a key to their own room. And in that room, it's not large, but it is what they call home. Some women have been here 2 weeks, hi Donna, and some women have been here 20 years, and this is where they are going to live the rest of their lives, and they consider this their home, and they consider us their family, which is, you know, a great responsibility to have. And it gives me goosebumps to think about the many women that I've been able to meet and to know and to really become a family member to them. So that's really a special feeling, and I know it is for all of the staff here. So that kind of is, in a nutshell, our housing program. I think I've covered what we're doing differently for COVID-19. You know, we're really encouraging our residents to you know, stay as close to home as possible, to talk with each other, but maintaining that social distancing, providing meals, providing their daily needs, and our staff working the front desk as well as our clinicians are also available to kind of talk through, like, how are you doing? How are you maintaining today? Are you finding some peace, some joy, you know, some blessings, as we talked about earlier? So that's kind of our housing program. And I think the early learning program is really an amazing program because it allows us to support children. All three of my children came here as students, and they're all A students now, just so you know. But really, the program here is exemplary. From when I first came here, which was 2001, I came as the early learning director for 4 early learning sites, and was pregnant and had my first child within my first year of starting here. And within 6 weeks, he was in the early learning program as an infant, as were my other 2 boys. And they have all, you know, been successful. And so I think part of what we do here is give children the opportunity to be themselves, as well as to learn about other kids, and to really try to make sure that we are embracing everyone, and that diversity is key, and that we encourage families to get involved. So it's not just we're serving your child, but we're serving you. So we do a lot of family activities, as well as welcome parents into the classroom to do like learning opportunities with their child's class. We have a huge Thanksgiving lunch, which is also a lot of fun. My favorite, which we always have to order, is cranberry sauce. If we don't have cranberry sauce, I have to run out and get it, but we're usually every year they know we have to have the cranberry sauce. And one of the great things about the YW is we have a fully operational kitchen downstairs. And so our nutrition coordinator makes fresh meals every day for the children, as well as now she's cooking for our housing residents. And then we also have the opportunity to do cooking classes to make sure things are fresh, to make sure we're using, you know, great veggies and fruits so that the kids are getting really nutritious meals. So I think our early learning program stands out among a lot of other early learning programs because of the passion and dedication of the staff, which you have to check out on our Facebook page. a lot of the ELC staff put together a video saying how much they miss their students and giving the kids a shout out. So check that out on our Facebook page, because I think you'll really see why we're so passionate about our teachers and why we love them so much. So I think I've covered all 3 of our programs. Let me just check on my little trusty notes here to make sure I've covered everything. And Carrie, you yell at me if I haven't, because that's your job. Oh, so part of that I want to talk to you about that may have a little bit to do with our ELC, but it's open for anybody, all ages, is our Why We Read. I think I'm saying that right. Why We Read program, which is a free, fun contest that Carrie actually had this brilliant idea to share with our community, that we know people are kind of staying home and staying safe, and many people are reading. So you can go right on our website or on our Facebook page and you can sign up and get the details for Why We Read, and then you can try to win prizes, so from local businesses. So the Open Door Bookstore is one of them. We really want to thank them for signing on and offering to be part of this great opportunity. But you know, you can win prizes from the Open Door Bookstore, and they don't just have books there. It's one of my favorite places to shop. In fact, I'm checking. No, my earrings aren't from there today, but this beautiful bracelet is. Giving the Open Door Bookstore a shout out. But they're fabulous as well, so we really want to thank them. But get out there and read, because reading is fundamental. No, I don't want to use that. But reading is fun, and right now, because we are at home, lots of people are reading, so why not win a prize or 2? So as we move down the hallway and we finish up with this wonderful opportunity to speak to you all, I want to talk to you about our Women of Achievement. So maybe, Carol, we can go back down by these signs where we've got all of the people posted. So let's talk a little bit about Women of Achievement. We've moved it. Many events had to be changed, as many of you know, because of the virus, and we want to keep people safe. So we have moved it to Wednesday, September 2nd. It's at Rivers Casino. It's at 11:30, and it is going to be an amazing opportunity to learn about, hear, and meet women who have made amazing contributions to our community. I want to give a shout out to Elisa Quinn and to Heather Peterson, who are honorary chairs, Sabrina Mosu, who is from New York Oncology and Hematology, which is our presenting sponsor, and Sabrina is one of our winners. And then our other winners, Barbara Artis, a YW woman through and through. She used to work here. Cheryl Hagee Perez, Michelle Pollard, Onacella Cedeno, Cynthia Powell, Jess Sheridan, Miranda Von Fricken, and Sabrina Mousseau, and Natalie Smarrow. So we want you all to remember that date of September 2nd. It's a Wednesday, it's at Rivers, and we're gonna have a celebration like no other. So we would love to have you come to that and to be a part of it and to see what the YW is all about through the women who are in our community. So make sure you're there, because you may find your name up on this wall one day. And just a quick shout out, because Carrie said this is important, so I'm going to be really good here. We want you to go to the Facebook page, and we want you to like YWCA Northeastern New York. So get on that Facebook page and see what we're doing every single day. We are on a mission now more than ever. Instagram at YWCA_NENY. On LinkedIn, YWCA Northeastern New York. On Twitter, at YWCA NENY, all together, all one word. And I want to direct you to our website, because not only is there information on there that we've just talked about, but there's other information. Our board members are listed on there. You want to see the fabulous women who are on our board of directors? Please go on and check that out. You want to see a little bit more in-depth information about the programs we offer? Go on there and check that out. You want to see more of who's running these wonderful programs, the staff that make the difference here every single day? Go on there and check that out. Their pictures are on there. And their contact information is on there. And again, remember, we're 77 strong, so we are out in the community, but we're also in this building, and we live, work, and play here in Schenectady, so we love it just as much as you do. And I want to tell you that if you look in the comments from this particular live show that we just did, that we're going to share links and other information about the programs that I talked about. And you can also ask any questions if I forgot something, or if you think you want more information, or you want another virtual tour of another part of our program, please don't hesitate to ask. We would love to share that. And to close, I'm going to close with a poem that I found. It's by Anita Krazan. You don't have to move mountains. Simply fall in love with life. Be a tornado of happiness, gratitude, and acceptance. You will change the world just by being a warm, kind-hearted human being. YW strong, be well, stay safe, and shine bright. Mission matters now more than ever. Have a great Friday, a happy Easter, and a happy Passover. Thank you, everyone, and thank you to DSIC. We appreciate you.